So Andrew Lever from the Carbon Trust, welcome.
Hi.
Now, you are a chemical engineer and a leading expert in the electricity sector. How important is this sector to reaching net zero by 2050?
The electricity sector is essential to achieving net zero in 2050. It very much becomes the backbone of our energy system, based upon renewables and with large parts of demand being used by electricity, be that through electric vehicles and through heat pumps. We believe that the size and scale of demand for electricity will be 2 to 3 times in 2050 compared to today.
So everyone will want electricity. How is the electricity sector going to deal with that?
So we need to smarten up the electricity sector. We'll have renewables on one side, which are variable in their output. We will have electrification of heat and transport. We'll have many more assets on the system. Therefore, our ability to control and manage supply and demand in the future requires a fundamentally smarter system than the one we have today.
And what are the obstacles that the electricity sector are facing?
So I think there's 2 main obstacles from my perspective. One is that with a smart system, you need data and you need it to be digital. So we need to increase the access and the flow of information and data across our system to allow us to control and optimise that. Allied to that, we do need to change and evolve our electricity markets and reform those. Work has already been done, but those need to effectively move us away from what has been a fossil-based system and account for these changes in the market.
And what's the most exciting innovations that are out there?
So I think there's a number of technologies that are important to help that smartness. Of course, we have smart meters. We have what's called energy storage, which includes batteries, but that can include the technology that's within your electric vehicle. It can also include thermal storage within your home, and that's important because it creates another asset within the home. It allows that home or that vehicle to become flexible. So if we have an instance where there's indeed too much generation on the system, we have a sunny day over the summer where there's lots of solar PV generation, there may be wind, then we can call upon those electric vehicles, those thermal stores, to charge and to increase and take demand off the system.
And how can the government push or help the sector to achieve net zero?
So I think government, as always, has a big role to play in setting direction. The area that I feel we need to keep focused on is heat decarbonisation. The volume of heat pumps that are required to be installed over the next 3 decades is substantial, and having a clear path and frame and direction from government on the rollout of heat pumps, I think is critical. Allied to that is affordability and the focus on a just transition and support for those that are vulnerable or indeed fuel poor. I think is another area that needs to be focused on as we go forward.
And do you think that net zero can be achieved by 2050?
I think it can be achieved, but I do think that we need to increase the sense of urgency on getting stuff done. We are now under 3 decades to get to 2050, and whilst I believe that some areas are, we can see what the solutions are, I think we still need to innovate, we still need to work hard on not just 1 or 2 sectors, but all sectors to get to net zero. But I do think it's possible.
Andrew Lever, thank you very much.
Thank you.